This is NBA TV's NBA Action. This week, we'll follow the surging Philadelphia 76ers, including the return to Philly of former Sixers legend Allen Iverson. And we'll look back at the Houston Rockets' historic 22-game winning streak. Plus, we'll go inside the mind of Miami Heat superstar Dwayne Wade. And as always, we'll bring you the top 10 plays of the week.
Kobe on the reverse. Do you believe this guy? He never saw it.
Get out! He is unstoppable! You cannot believe what we just saw!
Oh, man, what a dunk!
Tear up that rim, young fella.
Sensational!
Oh, I'm shaking in my chair!
Oh, at home!
We begin by taking you into the action in the East with a team that's charging toward the playoffs, the Philadelphia 76ers.
Really excited for the position that we're in right now. Definitely excited about, finishing up strong, trying to get in the playoffs. And the main thing that we're trying to do as a team is control our own destiny and not let other teams control it. We've gone through a couple of transitions over the past year and a half. Bringing Andre Miller in, bringing Reggie Evans in, and then we made the trade with Kyle. Left us without a shooter, so we had to adjust to that. So I think we've just been trying to gel with the adjustments that have been made with the team, and now we're starting to really click. Everybody's understanding their roles. Everybody knows what's expected of them, and we have a lot of young guys, and they're maturing with the season prolonging. So it's been helping us out.
Williams, desperation, even it counts!
I think we have a feeling that we can win every game, which is most important. You go in any game and you think you can win. Just that thought alone might change the game and help you win. So I think that's what a lot of the guys enjoy doing, is playing ball. And when you're out there, your mind is just blank, and all you're thinking about is what you need to do to win the game, or what you need to do to set yourself apart from another team. No one really has an ego. Everybody keeps a level head, and everybody just going out playing their role and just trying to do the small things right to win.
Last week, former Sixers great Allen Iverson returned to Philly for the first time as an opponent.
For me, walking into the gym, it's getting to be a real emotional time already. Just seeing the ball boys and seeing the security and, just a lot of familiar faces. I just wanted it to be a good time for the fans. I just want everybody to remember this day as being something positive and not anything negative. It's time to move on, the Sixers and, myself. It's just time for both of us to move ahead and look forward to more positive things.
The other AI, Andre Iguodala, is now the star of the Sixers, but it was Allen who stole the show in the first half with his high-scoring heroics.
Iverson, got it! That right there, that make hits the relax button. Iverson in the lane, on account of it goes, it goes.
With Iverson on fire, Iguodala rose to the challenge.
Andre Miller dish it to Iguodala. Denver's bigs are just standing and watching too much. Underneath, Iguodala wide open.
But Kenyon Martin answered right back.
Kenyon coming in. Whoa! That'll do it.
With his team trailing, Iverson led a fourth-quarter charge that brought the Nuggets to within 3.
Iverson cranks it up. How about a three-pointer?
After a stroke of good fortune put Philadelphia up by 2, the Nuggets had one last chance to tie it.
Iverson cranks it up. No good. Rebound can be. No. Tip no. Plays after it. 76ers have it. Nuggets show true grit. They come back, but the Sixers win it. The final score, 115-113.
I dreamed it up a certain way. It was better than that. It almost ended up perfect. I almost had a perfect trip back to my home away from home.
After their emotional win, the Sixers went to Orlando to face Dwight Howard and the Magic.
Get the ball to Howard where he can put it in the basket. Bogan's tip. Howard with the putback.
Philadelphia tried to rally but came up short.
So the clock ticking down on this Friday night, and another Magic victory.
Nets and Sixers meeting for the third of 4 times this season. They haven't met since back in December.
And this time the Sixers' young talent would lead the way.
Sixers break the other way. Thaddeus Young. And blocked by Smith. Sixers break out. And it's Young again.
But with the Nets taking command, the Sixers were in need of a comeback.
Backing him down in the paint to the rim, and a jam for Carter. Wow. Iguodala, nice crossover, and scoring inside. Wow. Sixers come from behind in the fourth quarter to win it 91-87.
Looking at the Eastern Conference standings, Boston has clinched the Atlantic Division title, but the Sixers have moved past the Raptors into second place. The Pistons are close to clinching the Central Division, while the Cavaliers are firmly entrenched in second. Meanwhile, Indiana and Chicago have a shot at the 8th seed. And the Magic are closing in on the Southeast Division title, while the Wizards sit in second. Welcome back to NBA TV's NBA Action. Now we go back into the action, this time in the West with the defending champion Spurs as they fight for playoff position.
It's almost like the playoffs have already begun in a way. You know, so many teams are playing so well, and so many teams could be number 1 through number 8, and you could be out of it. You know, you could be 9 or 10 and still have a pretty darn good record.
Seeking to improve their playoff hopes, the Spurs acquired 2 proven veterans, Kurt Thomas and Damon Stoudemire.
You know, we got some veterans in here. These guys have been playing together for a long time. They've been through a lot of battles together, so I just try to come here and stay positive and do whatever I can to blend in with these guys.
San Antonio consistently gets the best shot from every team. Everyone wants to be the best in the business.
But they weren't playing their best when they headed to Chicago, looking to snap a 4-game losing streak.
Parker. Up high, Duncan fakes. Now he'll take 17 feet.
So that's what makes him so deadly.
Here comes Gordon. He's got Hughes with him. Hughes hesitates and lays it in.
With the Bulls keeping pace, the Spurs got a spark off the bench from their leading scorer, Manu Ginobili.
There you go. Win left. And laid it in. 5 seconds left in the quarter. Nocioni. Nocioni. Tim Duncan fade away is good, and that's one of the big reasons why. Accelerates up the floor. All waiting for Air to come over and lays it in.
Nice pass.
Let's talk about that, huh? Yeah.
Then it was point guard Tony Parker's turn. He led a second quarter charge that put the Spurs up by 18 at halftime, a lead they never relinquish.
Inside San Antonio will get win number 45 on the season, 45-23.
The following night, the defending champs return home to San Antonio to take on the Sacramento Kings.
First time they took to the basket in the open court, Tony Parker gets 2 free throws.
And then Tony finds Tim rolling to the basket. And the Spurs make it a 4-2 game. Parker on the drive. The reverse for Tony. Duncan with a half dozen points, 4 rebounds. Here's Artest again, and Artest is the man for the Kings.
But the Spurs have their own go-to guy, and Tim Duncan stepped up to lead the way yet again with 21 points and 13 rebounds.
8 on the clock for Tim against Hawes. Comes back with the left hand. The follow won't go. Finally, a great miss. Puts it back in.
He tipped it back to himself.
Tim, 43rd double-double of the year, and the Spurs win this one 102-89.
Season series on the line. They've played 3 games already. The home team has won all 3. The Spurs have won 2 in San Antonio. Dallas won here earlier. Talk about in terms of as Ginobili puts up the 3 and rattles it in, going to a different season mid-season against such tough competition.
And early on, Dirk Nowitzki was showing his MVP form as he and the Mavericks went into halftime with the lead.
Lou, nice back shots around Lou.
That's what he can do. He's a very good high pick and roll player.
36-33 with under a minute to go. Parker puts it in, out of foul. The ability to take the hit and still knock down the shot. And he can tie it up with a free throw.
But the second half belonged to Duncan as he scored 15 of his 19 points with some of his usual tough play under the basket.
Ginobili pushing. Udoka inside, blocked by Nowitzki. Vaughn has it. Duncan, foul, count it, and one. But Nowitzki is hurt. Nowitzki down on the ground, shaken up on the play.
With the reigning MVP watching from the locker room, the Spurs reeled off an impressive run and cruised to their third straight victory.
19 straight points by the San Antonio Spurs. The Spurs with a terrific road win.
As we look at the Western Conference standings, the Spurs are tied with the Rockets in the Southwest, just one game behind the Hornets, and the Mavericks are now 4 games back. In the Northwest, the Jazz are closing in on a 50-win season, and the Nuggets have won 3 in a row, pulling them within half a game for the final playoff spot. The Lakers still have the Pacific Division lead, with the Suns keeping pace in second. The Warriors are in third. We're back with more of NBA TV's NBA action. Now Canada's Steve Nash and Germany's Dirk Nowitzki reflect on their journeys in this edition of the Global Game.
You know, leaving Germany when I was like 19, 20, I would have never thought that, you know, it would lead to ultimately being the MVP of this league. I mean, it's been an unbelievable ride so far. You know, I enjoyed every year. So, you know, to me, really the only thing that's missing is a championship.
For me, the journey is all there is. You know, I think, you know, even an NBA title as the goal would still be just a part of the journey because the journey continues after that.
I think there are a lot of great players in this league that had a great career, but at the end didn't get the championship. And now that doesn't mean that their career wasn't great.
Being a part of a group and being on that journey, you know, is really what it's all about. And that's why the game has continued to excite me and continue to be fun for me.
Hopefully one day I could say I had I won the championship and the ride to it was the best, but nobody really knows if you're going to get it or not.
I'm not sure where this journey ends, but you know, I certainly feel comfortable continuing on and not really worrying about having to end this thing. I think that it will continue and change and evolve and be something new and different to me, you know, daily and by the year, and you know, through my life, it's always going to continue to evolve, and that's what's exciting about the journey.
Now we spotlight Dwayne Wade of the Miami Heat, one of the teams who will head overseas next fall for NBA Europe Live, presented by EA Sports.
When I'm on court, there's no better place to be because I get the opportunity to be somebody I always dreamed of being. You know, I'm not Dwayne Wade on the court. I feel like I'm somebody else. It's like a superhero inside that comes out, you know, at certain times in the game. And I do things on the court that, you know, I never practiced. I never even knew I could do. So I'm anticipating, you know, what's to come that night, you know, just like the fans. My love of the game, I put it out on my sleeve every night. I think if anybody watch me play, they can see. I play my heart out, you know, every night. You know, I hustle. I do all the things that if I was a fan watching the game, I would want to see. And that's what I try to do. You know, my love of the game is very deep in my roots. You know, from 5 years old to when I'm at 20 years later, I still got the same love that I had when I was a little kid.
D. Wade goes baseline, puts up the riser, he hit it!
That's a big-time player making a big-time shot.
This game of basketball has taken me to places in life I never would have dreamed of going, and it will continue to take me if I continue to get better and continue to stay hungry. So, this game is a big, big, big part of my life.
Everyone in the arena knew D. Wade was getting it at that time, and the man comes through again.
Basketball is like life, and life is like basketball. In life, you have to compete. You have to come to play it every day. You have to be a professional every day. And it's the same thing in basketball. You have to come to compete. You have to be a professional about everything you do. You got to have this want and a will in life to want to succeed. And, it all ties in the same.
Time now for more of NBA TV's NBA action. Now let's check out some of the week's most entertaining moments in this edition of Time Out. During this Easter week, the hunt was on for eggs, bunnies, and a few tough baskets.
Rajon again to the hoop. Here's that little spin move from him.
Great move, Rajon.
Ahead to Pierce, 3-on-3 into Vanier. What a difficult shot! A terrific play by Paul Pierce.
While the Celtics had room to maneuver, Chris Paul was stuck in a corner.
Paul looking for help. Wow.
When in doubt, shoot it.
Now let's check out some amazing tosses that found the mark from long distance.
Rudy for three. Come on, it goes, and it goes!
Monte at 2, at 1, good! And that'll count! With 1.7, Johnson, good! Oh, a 60-footer!
Each week brings more magical moments, but even when they happen right before your eyes, it can still seem hard to believe.
Shot clock at 4. Jackson's got to rise. Double clutching and hitting. How did he make that?
Washington's Caron Butler performed his own act of wizardry.
Butler flipped it up and in. It'll count plus a foul.
And here's another slick move in Cleveland.
Erjal makes his drive.
Oh, he puts it in. Ball got caught on his back, and he still finished the play.
In Seattle, Squash reached new heights of creativity, but he wasn't the only Sonic with aerial stunts.
There's the rookie spinning. Oh, that's too easy. Oh, what a move by the rookie out of Texas, Kevin Durant.
Also flying high was Rudy Gay.
Juan Carlos drop lead.
After pulling out all the stops, we managed to track down one final egg, while Patrick Ewing tracked down his star pupil, Dwight Howard, and Dwight followed his advice.
Bogans goes inside to Dwight for the monster jam, and he's fouled.
This is unreal. It's a 3-on-1. Down the floor. LeBron James. Timeout, Raptors.
Time to log on to NBA.com as we look back at the Houston Rockets' historic winning streak.
5 consecutive.
10th straight win.
13-0.
15th,
18th win in a row. You say 21 points.
22
Yes, sir.
in a row.
It's been amazing, really. Just a great feeling, something special to be a part of. It's been crazy. I really can't even put it into words.
The Rockets were also rendered speechless in late February when 12 wins into the streak, they received some stunning news.
I have a big injury, and
the initial mood was shock. Here are our guy, Yao, our pillar, who had been playing at such a high level for us and was a huge reason for our success, is suddenly gone for the season. And it hit you pretty hard.
When we first heard that he was going to be out, I was like, where we go from here? I know we could be good, but can we really do this?
Those doubts were erased game after game as the Rockets rallied without their all-star center by going on a 10-0 tear.
The second longest winning streak in NBA history is still alive, 22 and counting.
This is very emotional. My children, and maybe with my grandchildren, they can go and read this thing in a history book and say like, there was a team in Houston that have won as many games more than 20. And that's what I'm happy about. It's about being part of the history.
What's so special about this, Peter, as a team? You know, all the individual accolades that I've accomplished doesn't really amount to this. But as far as a team's perspective, I think this is the best thing.
A loss to the Celtics halted the Rockets' winning streak at 22, leaving them 11 shy of the seemingly untouchable record of 33 set by the 1972 Los Angeles Lakers. Moving down to third on the all-time list with 20 straight is the 71 Milwaukee Bucks, led by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Oscar Robertson. The 2000 Lakers are fourth with 19. Not surprisingly, every one of those teams reached the conference finals, with only the Celtics falling short of an NBA title. Welcome back to NBA TV's NBA Action. Now it's time for the top 10 plays of the week in our NBA TV Countdown. Starting at number 10, Paul Pierce hangs tough against New Orleans.
Pierce to the basket, hangs, puts it in off the glass. Paul Pierce.
At 9, it's Carmelo Anthony going up strong.
Ahead to Carmelo, one man to beat his old friend Andre Miller. And it's hammer time. Andre laughing, he jumped and knew he shouldn't have.
At 8, Baron Davis is up to his old tricks against the Lakers.
Baron on Luke, around his back to put it up and in. Play of the night.
At 7, Manu Ginobili teams up with Tony Parker for this pretty play.
Parker puts it in, out of foul. The ability to take the hit and still knock down the shot.
At 6, the Clippers' Al Thornton flies in for the follow.
Speaking of hops, oh my, Thornton, we've been waiting here tonight. We've been waiting for you.
At 5, the Nets' Stromile Swift with the fake and finish.
Swift hammers it. A tomahawk from Stromile Swift. That was a big rock just then. That was some dunk.
In at number 4 is the Suns' Big Three going to work against the Sonics.
But the save from Nash in the corner to Stoudemire, and O'Neal's at the cup for the land.
When they're playing well, the ball moves, and it usually starts in the hands of Nash.
At 3, Kobe keeps making his case for MVP.
Leaving it on, Kobe on the reverse. Do you believe this guy? He never saw it. Back to the basket.
He knows where it is.
What a play by Kobe again. Spectacular.
At number 2, Allen Iverson turns in a circus shot of his own.
Iverson now with it for Denver. Got fouled and won. Wow.
That's knowing how to play.
Tough angle.
For our top play, we go back to Kobe, who shows all the right moves.
Kobe wheeling. What a play to Turiaf. What a delivery by Kobe Bryant.
That's our show for this week. I'm Ed Cohen for NBA TV's NBA Action. We'll see you next time.